century. But for many Americans, higher education wasn't easily attainable, usually only an option for young white men from prominent wealthy families. One of these young white men, Stuart Pearson, was the son of an affluent lumber industry businessman hailing from Cincinnati, Ohio. When it was decided that Stuart would enroll at Kenyon College, he took the train to the campus in Gambier and promptly became a part of Kenyon's freshman student body. Soon after his enrollment, he would seek to become a member of another student group on campus. Kenyon College was also the site of Delta Kappa Epsilon, a fraternity that Stuart's father, Newbold Pearson, was an alumnus of. Stuart likely believed that following his father's footsteps would bridge his journey through higher education with future prosperity. Not long after Stuart became a pledge, Newbold boarded a train so that he could attend his son's induction into the fraternity. Newbold's train would arrive in Gambier very late in the evening, and Stuart would wait for his father, staying awake through the night into the next morning. Curiously, he would purchase a bottle of chloroform, amongst other items for his initiation into DKE, keeping them in a basket he carried with him. These details would become ominously significant after Stuart would begin his participation in the frat's hazing ritual and the final hours of his life. While the full details of the ritual are sparse, they feature the usual humiliating and degrading pranks one would expect. One local mentioned that he would see the fraternity brothers pulling visibly drunk initiates along with ropes and forcing them to crawl on their hands and knees. This portion of the ritual, though embarrassing for pledges, wasn't particularly dangerous. However, another known detail of the ritual included sending pledges alone to isolated places away from campus, and as the day gave way to night, things would begin to take a deadly turn. For this last test of bravery, each of the initiates were assigned a different location. They were instructed to leave campus together before splitting up at their own remote places and wait in darkness and solitude until a DKE committee arrived to take them back. Stuart said goodbye to his father at his dormitory around 9 o'clock that evening, after he was given instructions to walk to the end of the railway bridge off campus. Newbold would join the other members at the DKE fraternity lodge after his departure. It was the last time he would see his son alive. No one will ever know for certain what happened in the minutes between 9 p.m. and 9:41 p.m. on the railway bridge above the Kokosi River. What grisly and controversial details were offered during the hasty investigation that followed would whip yellow journalism newspapers into a frenzy of speculation, suspicion, and sensationalism. As the hour approached 10 o'clock, one dreadful fact would soon be uncovered. The trains that took Stuart and his father before him to Kenyon College were the very thing that took his life that night. Those aboard the unscheduled locomotive that passed through the railway bridge didn't realize they had struck Stuart until they made a disturbing discovery when they stopped for maintenance in Mount Vernon. Engineer Jeff Benata and his crew discovered blood splattered on the train, along with bits of fabric. By the time the crew concluded that something tragic had taken place, a committee of 4 fraternity